everybody. Welcome to the PP Cast, where the episodes are short and sweet, and we never fail to satisfy, and it never fails to satisfy. You may be wondering why the new look. Don't worry about it. It's just a face. So let's just welcome in the host of the show, Beatlocks. Say hello.
Hello, how's it going? Okay, okay, that's Dude, imagine we did that for the whole podcast. That would be
Oh,
horrible. No, that would be horrible. We would never do
okay.
that.
So
Okay.
okay, okay. So guys, the today's topic is animals. Yeah, that's all we really got today. So
Yeah. We
how are we
just
gonna? Sorry. Yeah,
we just had to
I guess we'll just like have to think about something. So I
right.
noticed that your Beatlocks. I noticed that your profile picture right now is a giant Toblerone. You do know
Right.
that is bad. You do know that is bad for dogs, correct?
Toblerones are bad for dogs?
Yes, they are because they're chocolate.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was just that one specific thing. I got it wrong. Well, you do know your profile picture is also McDonald's, and okay, well, I guess it could be good for dogs. I guess because it's food, right? It's food.
Not the worst thing. It's not chocolate.
Yeah, it's not as
You know,
bad as chocolate. So personally, yeah, my profile picture is against feeding dogs and chocolate. I don't know where I was going with that, but you know,
feed
happens sometimes.
dogs. Don't feed dogs chocolate. Make sure you
Dude,
feed your
don't.
dogs though.
Yeah.
Make sure
That would be
okay.
horrible. Oh my.
Feed your dogs.
Yes.
But that actually reminds me of something I saw in the airport one time with a dog. And so like there's like this thing for dogs, like if your dog's like really aggressive, there's like this muzzle thing and you kind of like put on your dog. And this old woman, right? She had her dog in the airport and she was walking with her dog and the dog looked like so sad because it had a muzzle on it, but it
Oh.
didn't look like because like muzzles, right? You're supposed to like I guess there's like a Velcro strap around it and you kind of like tighten it to make sure it fits.
Mhm.
Like maybe I was just too young to know what it looked like, but it looked like it was screwed on, like in the jaw, like it was screwed in. And
Oh.
the dog was like so thin. Like it was
Oh.
super thin, like one of the thinnest dogs I've ever seen.
Oh.
So I guess
That's disturbing.
I know, and it was in like a public airport as well. So I thought I was just thinking like, what did that dog do to get that punishment? I didn't really feel bad for the dog though.
Whoa.
Not gonna lie, because I don't
Whoa.
like dogs. Okay, they scare me. Well,
What?
actually, no, I don't like dogs.
What?
I like some dogs. I like some. Not to say that I like dogs being tortured. Okay, that's a no. That's a
That's a
no.
no no. That's
Don't
a
abuse anything. Don't torture anything. Don't starve your dogs. I don't know what that dog was going through. I hope it was just like a naturally thin dog, but
yeah.
like we were just on the topic of like don't feed your dog, even though that's not what we meant. Don't feed your dogs chocolate. Feed
Yeah.
your dogs the
Do
good
feed
food.
your dogs, please
Don't
don't.
feed.
That's
It's
not
not our
what we mean.
profile
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah. Don't get any ideas. Don't get any wrong ideas.
Yeah.
uh. Anyways, um, have you
But
ever had a
speaking
pet?
of, I really wanted a pet. I had a pet. I had a pet cactus one time.
Oh,
But
I
that's
had a pet flower as well. It was the best pet.
how long did it live for?
I'm not gonna lie. I think it was only like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. It was. They did not last long. I
Mine
kind of.
lasted longer.
Yeah, probably because I did love my pet. Don't get me wrong, people. But I didn't care enough for it. Is what I'm trying to say. I loved my pet. Trust me. Trust me.
No, try saying that to like so like you're married in a few years, right? You have a child, right? And you're like, and then your son gets kidnapped, and your wife is like, "Why didn't
Yo.
you go save him? You had to save him." And you're like, "Yo, I love my kid, but I didn't love him enough to go save him."
No,
That's wrong, man.
that's horrible. Holy. Oh
Yeah,
my
just so you
gosh.
know how wrong that is, even if it's just a flower, you know.
Okay.
Like, okay, so like what if like the trees and like all the plants, right? What if they're secretly talking to each other and they have like this frequency where of like their language and they just and we can't hear it. So it's like we think they're not saying anything, but they're actually secretly talking to each other through a language we can't even understand. That sounds pretty cool, right?
That sounds pretty cool, but holy crap, was that you didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear nothing. No voice crack, nothing. But
Oh,
how is
you
that?
didn't hear what I just said.
Okay, good. But how is that? How does that have to do with the topic of today, animals?
Well, I guess we could change the topic to pets, but we don't have pets
Yeah, I
to talk
so
about
so,
actually.
so I did have a pet dog when I was, or us, uh, our as a family when I was like 5, or like maybe even 3 actually. I was pretty young, and then we had that dog for like 3 days, and I w- at that time I was so scared of the dog. I was like scared to crap um of that dog. So our parents decided to like give it away. And I was so sad. I was so sad that I found out about like what actually happened because I was like back then I couldn't have remembered, or I couldn't care less about like the dog, right? Because I was scared to crap out of that thing. But looking back, why was I scared? That dog was
I mean,
kind of cool, man.
it depends on like the dog, really. So it's like, was it a small dog or was it like
Okay,
a
it
was
was
it
it was pretty big. I'll put a picture up on the screen. It looks kind of like this. It's kind of big. Um, I don't know. I don't know why I was scared of it. Um,
probably because you were so young, you know, and then you
yeah.
see the
Oh wait,
big
no.
big
No, I remember the breed actually. It's Dalmatian.
Dalmatian
Yes. It's actually pretty big then,
movie.
right?
They're like one of the biggest dogs.
Yeah. Okay, so then I could see why I was scared.
Yeah,
But
and they're like very energetic too. Like they're one
right,
of the
that's probably yeah, that's probably exactly why I was scared. Um,
Mhm. Did you see the movie?
I have seen the movie. Yeah, yeah.
It's a classic.
That
101 Dalmatians.
yep, that's it. Yeah.
Yep. So another dog story that I have, right? I guess like so, well, not I guess, but so I saw this. So I was walking down the mountain, right? And there's like this trail there for like people to walk and stuff. So I was walking down because I was finishing my walk. I saw this like Hispanic family and they had a husky, right? But like they were like two brothers. I think they were brothers. Maybe it was like a son and a father, something like that. And then there was like the wife or like a sister or whatever. Basically, well, whatever they were a family. And they were crowded around this husky. It's like, and I think it was like not really a puppy, but like not a full grown dog.
Just
But
big enough.
yeah, it was kind of like, I guess it was like a toddler, I guess. I don't know. Whatever the middle
Teenager.
age is for
Teenager.
dogs. Teenager, yeah, teenager. But they were crowding around the dog, and it's like, yo, does that look okay? Is that supposed to be there? And it's like, what did you do to it? And they were like arguing like silently around each other because this was a public place.
Mhm.
So And I kind of wanted to look at what they were arguing about with the dog. I looked at the dog, the husky, and it looked completely fine. It was like sitting around like a normal dog does, but they were looking at its left side. So I guess maybe it had like ticks or something, I guess. But that's just like, but like I hope the dog's okay. So
Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully it's okay. I guess I just like attract all the bad dog stories around me. Most of my stories about dogs are bad. There's one good dog story that I can remember that I've had. Only one though.
Only one. Oh man. Go for it.
Only one. Okay, so I guess a little bit of context to the story. Dogs were never nice to me, okay? Now that could have been one of the reasons why was because chihuahuas are this thing that exists. And for some reason, like there was this horrible chihuahua around me when I was young, and it messed me up when I was a kid, all right? It messed me up. So for the
The
longest part of
dog
my life,
messed you up.
yeah, like psychologically and almost physically, it almost bit my finger off.
Oh,
So I have 10 fingers. I have 10 fingers, but I could have easily had nine. Okay. That dog almost bit my finger off. It was a horrible dog. I hated that dog. And one of my neighbors as well also had a chihuahua and it was always barking at me. I don't know why, but like, so like chihuahuas are like this demon or thing, this demon hell creature. Like everything that is not good about this world, that's a chihuahua. They're just like if you look at a picture of a chihuahua, like there's not a good picture of a chihuahua out there. Like there's not one good picture because
it's
they're all
ugly.
angry at each other. Yeah, and then it's ugly too. It has like such a large forehead that you want to like kind of flick to get it away from you.
Yeah, it's so small and so ugly. Oh, I hate.
No, I hate it. And they're so feisty too.
I
They're
know
so
exactly.
feisty. One time they act like everything is theirs. Like one time I was like walking to my friend's house and one of the people's houses had a chihuahua. They had two chihuahuas. The chihuahua was so mad at me for some reason. Even if I'm like 50 feet away from it. Thankfully there was a fence to like keep the dog its hind legs back to like I guess mark its territory. He kept barking at me. But I was just like, oh, stupid dog. I hate those dogs. And one more thing before I get to the good dog story. There is one final bad Chihuahua story, right? That I gotta share with y'all.
All right.
And I can share it because y'all don't know what my face looks like. So you can't cancel me, except for a handful of you. But so
I would
I
never.
told you, I kind of said this earlier, but one of my neighbors had a Chihuahua, the hell creature. And one time, so like I recently just saw a regular show. You know what that show is?
A what show again?
A regular show.
A regular
It's
show?
just called the regular show. You
Okay,
know
for
what that
those
is?
of you who don't know, just put it up on the screen. I don't know either. In the editing process, I'll know, but I'll put it up on the screen.
Oh, well, basically, it was just like this kids show, but adults could enjoy it too. And there was this special Halloween special that one time. And in this episode, this character named like Pops, I think that was his name, Pops. He had like this haunted doll, right? So, but basically, like in the end, they were both running at each other, and Pops kicked the possessed demon doll into like a chimney fire. I think that's what it's called, or like a fireplace.
Yeah,
Just like a
chimney.
regular fireplace. Yeah, a chimney or whatever. And the doll burned alive, and that was like the Halloween special. It wasn't scary or anything, just a story. And I remember seeing this episode. It was just imprinted in my mind. And so I was just like on the sidewalk one time, just minding my own business. Then all of a sudden, that demon chihuahua came running towards me. Instead of running away like I normally do, I remembered. that one regular show episode. So I ran
Oh
towards
no.
that.
Oh no.
Everything was, everything was in slow motion. Everything was in slow motion like the episode. The we were both 1 foot away from each other, still running, and I kicked that dog away, and it flew
Oh my
like
gosh.
it was like a foot off the ground. And I'll never forget its whimper too. It went like a much higher pitched like whimper, and it ran away. And since that day, that Chihuahua never, ever bothered me again. I
Oh
that
my.
day I asserted dominance over that Chihuahua, and it was amazing. Now on to the
That's
good story.
that's so funny. I don't know why, but it's so funny. Oh.
Going on to the good story. Hey, that dog deserved it too. It deserved it. Okay, I've been living in terror because of that thing. I'm. If you guys read between the lines and like get your dog biases out of there, you'll know that I was the real victim of it all, and I finally stood up. I stood up for what was right. Human lives matter too, not just dog lives.
I don't know why, but I'm like dying. Oh my gosh. You like kicked the dog. Holy crap.
So
Oh.
it was the first time I kicked. There was one time I almost kicked this another dog, but I
Oh
didn't kick
my.
that dog.
Okay. Okay,
But the
good.
only reason I didn't kick the dog was because its like family was there. Not family, but the human owners. And I didn't want to get in trouble with. I would have kicked that dog if they weren't there.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I only do it, but I only do it if the dog strikes first. If they strike first, that's when I kick the dog. Only then, okay? Only then. But on to the good story, okay? See if I'm
Finally.
redeemable. On to the good story. So there was this dog one time. Her name was Miss G, right? And she was the first dog that was nice to me. Like out of all the dogs that I've met between my life in my life at that point, like they all started barking at me. They all started chasing me. And they were never like big dogs too. Like the small ones are always like the most feisty. But Miss G was a wiener dog, and lots of people really don't like wiener dogs because of like their body shape, and it's really weird. Which
I
I
mean, I
which
don't
I
like wiener
understand.
dogs either, but I mean, if it's nice, it's nice, right?
I mean, like I hold a special place in my heart because that was the first dog that never like barked at me or anything. And it actually like I remember it one time like it went up to me to like cuddle with me. And it was so cute, man. It was so cute. And I
Aw.
actually like accepted that dog. I petted that dog and like and it just like I guess it like loved me in a way, which I don't know why it did, but it loved me. And and it was just like it was such like a refreshing feeling that changed my opinion on dogs forever. Now I say I don't like dogs because I don't really enjoy dogs. I don't really want a dog. Maybe in the future I would want a dog, but like as of
Maybe
now at
with
the moment,
kids,
I
yeah,
just
maybe with kids when I,
maybe, yeah,
yeah.
maybe with kids, but like still like I'm I'm like, so dogs, like, I'm not gonna go up to a dog and be like, oh, it's so cute. May I please pet your dog? No, I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's a dog. However, if I never met Miss G, the wiener dog, the special wiener dog, then I would have been like, you get that thing away from me before I kick it. I will kick it. But
Here we go again.
I will kick that dog if it runs after me, and it will not be my fault.
uh, that's
But
awesome.
now I'll just be like, but now I'll just be like, oh, well, it's a dog. If it goes up to me, then I guess that's cool. But if it doesn't, then whatever. But I do occasionally like to pet dogs. And yeah, I just like, I know people don't like wiener dogs again because like the body shape, but For me, in my case, it's just like, can you blame me? I have a special place in my heart for wiener dogs. If I were gonna get a dog, maybe it would be a wiener dog at some point because I actually really like those dogs.
So you're
Mainly
saying
because
you
it was
like
nice to me.
wiener? You're saying you like wiener?
I mean, like, it depends what wiener we're talking about, like, and what we're doing with that wiener as well. What are we doing with that wiener?
You don't worry about it, man.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
but I
Anyway,
okay. Locks, give us a story before I lose my
bef-
train of thought.
yeah, or before you kick a dog. All right, but that's besides the point.
I should be in the next John Wick.
All right, I'm trying to think. Hmm.
Well, it doesn't have to be about dogs as well. This
Right.
this
Yeah.
thing is just animals in
Right.
general.
So, um, back where I used to live, I had friends, obviously, because I have friends. I have friends.
Not
Trust me.
anymore.
Hey, you're my friend. You're my buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, you are my buddy too.
But anyway, um, so they were brothers, and they had three turtles, I think. I don't know if it was
Ooh,
three, but they had turtles. And they were the sweetest things. They would let them roam around for a little bit. And whenever I'd come over, they were the sweetest thing. Like they would actually remember me too. And so they would like climb up to me when I'm like just chilling on the couch, like, playing video games. It would just like climb up to me and I would just like be like, "Hey," and then just like I don't know, it's so cute. They're so cute. I love turtles. I love turtles.
that was me with Miss G. Like it's like the same thing but with a wiener dog.
Wiener. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah.
I'm a wiener, but if you could have a pet that's like not normally a pet, so like not like a dog or a cat, but if like I guess like a predator or like I guess an animal of the wild, which animal would you pick to have your pet?
Ooh.
And like you don't have to like worry about like the cost or anything. So like if you want like a T-Rex or something, you don't got to worry about all the meat you got to feed it or killing you. So which one
Komodo
would you pick?
dragon.
Oh, that's my favorite animal.
Dude, Komodo dragons are so cool. Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
I loved Komodo dragons. That's the first thing I want to get, dude. I swear, those things are amazing. I love those
I
animals.
know. Wish
Or
they would
or
love me.
yeah, if they like, yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Lizards don't know how to.
Or lizards. I was gonna say lizards as well.
I mean, like
Lizards are
some
pretty cool.
lizards are pets. Some lizards are pets. So the Komodo dragon, I guess, would be the one.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I
or
love
like,
Komodo
let's
dragons,
see.
dude. Oh, I love them.
What's your favorite animal, actually?
Um, honestly, I know this is very cliche, all that. Um, I I don't know, but I would probably have to go with either polar bears or Komodo dragons. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I've always been saying Komodo.
Komodo.
Komodo?
Komodo. Komodo
Cap.
dragon.
I've been saying
No, no,
Komodo.
no. What? It's not an avocado. It's a Komodo. It's not
Komodo.
Kamada.
Come on. I haven't been saying it like an avocado. It's Komodo. I've been saying that.
It's
Yes.
Komodo. I know because Komodo dragons are actually my favorite animal.
They're so
While you're
awesome, dude.
switching with while you're switching between the lines, I actually have a favorite animal. Why polar bears though?
Polar bears? My friend got me convinced me that they were actually uh cute animals, and I was like, huh, cool. I'll consider looking at them maybe once in my lifetime. And then we actually ended up making uh like a guild clan thing in Hypixel Bed Wars in Minecraft. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll join it, but do I need to wear a polar bear skin? He was like, yeah, if you don't wear it, you're not in the clan. And I was like, okay, fine. And then I don't know, it just they're kind of cool actually. I got to know more of them. Yeah. No, but I think
Yeah,
they're actually pretty cool though. Like they look cute. They look pretty
they're
cute.
apex predators.
They are apex predators, right? But if you just go by and say like they're cute and all that, then I would say it's cute. But other than that, like it's a predator. I don't know.
Okay. I actually saw this funny thing on Reddit, right? So there's this like subreddit called r slash I'm 14 and this is deep. Once upon a time I was 14, but
Dude,
I
same.
saw this post. I thought it was hilarious, right? So so the meme was why it was of a great white shark and an orca, right? So so the meme was, why do they call the white great, but the black the killer? and then
Ah, okay.
and
I'm
then
moving on. I'm
yeah.
moving. I'm moving. I'm moving on. We're gonna have to skip this part. Guys, I'm sorry. You're. I'm really sorry you have to hear all that. I'm sorry. We're gonna move on.
Was on Reddit. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Okay, I didn't make the meme. I just saw it and I thought it was funny. Okay, don't cancel me for something that I saw. I didn't create it. Just go to the top post of all time and you'll find it.
Oh, that's kind of funny actually.
It is
Uh,
funny.
ah. Anyway,
But do you think mermaids are animals or humans?
what kind of question is that? But I think they would be considered humans, right? Because they can talk. They have brains
Also,
like humans do.
fish.
They think like humans. They do have fish tails or tails, not fins, right? No, I. Either way, they do have fish tails, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're fish because they think like humans.
What do you
Um,
think of Princess and the Frog?
are you are you serious?
Oh, well, let's see. What kind of serious we talk? That's my
We're never serious. We're never serious on this channel. Um,
but like like right, okay, so Tiana turns into a frog. She meets a frog, right? And
here we
which is a
go.
prince. They kiss, right?
Right.
But but if they were still frogs, right? Would they have made a baby that's a frog that could think like a normal human, or would it just be a frog because of the frog genes? And like, how would it work too?
Um,
Because like, I know there's this one frog that like kind of like burps out its babies. Like, would they make tadpoles, or would it just be like a human birth, where it would just be like one frog, like Simba?
Simba. All right. I mean, going back to the first question, would they think like a human? I mean, I would think so, right? Because technically, the baby's parents are. They're both humans. They were both humans at some point. They can still think like humans, right? Uh, Therefore, I think that makes them humans, but also in a frog shape or form, if that makes sense.
Okay, but I mentioned briefly like Simba, but did you know that the Lion King is actually incest?
Hey yo,
Okay.
hey yo. This
Now,
is a
now you know
PG
why
13.
it's incest.
This is a PG
No,
13 channel.
here on the PP cast, we
Anything
gotta
goes here.
educate people.
Anything goes
Yeah,
here,
we gotta.
and it stays here. Anything goes and stays here.
Okay, but no, like listen, right? So, so in lions, right? The just normal lion life, and the cubs are like maybe like 2 years old. male lions kick them out of the pride, and they have to go like 10 miles elsewhere. You know why? Because the male lion does it with all the female lions, right? Like he's a pimp. Because the lion is a pimp. He does it with every single chick
Right.
in the pride. That means because Simba never left, right? Meaning like everybody's like their brother and sister. That's why the males get kicked out of the pride, so nothing's inbred. Nobody's inbred. But Simba never left. Mufasa
Uh-huh.
is the king, is like the king or the pimp of the lions, right? Meaning
Uh-huh.
wife, his wife isn't just that's his first wife.
Oh.
Everyone else is his other wife. Meaning
Oh.
Nala is Simba's sister. As in,
No. Okay. I
Nala is
mean,
Simba's sister.
honestly, I think that would make sense. Yes, I think that makes sense.
And you know it's not Scar's either, because in The Lion King 2, they he has his own kids that are like banished and stuff. Don't watch
Right.
The Lion King 2. It's really bad.
Yeah. Or like the live action. Wait. Oh.
Speaking of lions, some of you don't know this about me. I am a diehard Detroit Lions fan. Okay. It's been really hard. My team sucks. All right. And for those of you who don't know, the Detroit Lions are a football team in the NFL, and they're horrible. They suck, and I hate it, and I cry. Well, I don't cry because I'm a guy, but I do get sad on the inside. So I don't really know where I was going with that. I just wanted to share it with y'all.
Right.
Well,
And
I guess one question that I asked you, what pet that you could have that you wouldn't that it's like not like a normal pet? I'd take a lion, a regular, just normal lion. You know why? Because it's cool and it's a cat. And I don't really like cats that much, but it's a cat and and uh it supports the team, right? And supporting the team, like if I can show up in the games like riding on my lion, I'm like the dude, right? I'm the dude. That's
right.
so like with you Beatlocks, you're a Denver Nuggets fan. So you need to like science a nugget and like make it come alive. And then you just ride in on the basketball with a giant nugget.
Oh my gosh. Chicken nugget. Wait, no, it could just be chicken, right? Nah, actually,
It
I
could
don't
be
know.
chicken. I mean like
Yeah.
a nugget, right? So like the Denver Nuggets are like pickaxe things. I saw their logo. It's like a pickaxe,
Yeah, it's
right?
like
And
basically
so
like golden nuggets. I'll put a picture up on the screen of what that looks like.
like in
S-
Minecraft.
yeah, I'll put a picture up of Minecraft nuggets. Boom, there. But yeah,
Ugh. However, though, however, there's no however actually. Birds, right? Birds. So you have like a favorite bird that you have?
well, I've never owned bird before, but
That doesn't mean
honestly,
you need to own
right.
one. You don't have to like one.
Honestly, I think I would have to go with macaws or parakeets.
Cause.
Parakeets are pretty big, I think. I could be wrong. But that, yeah, parakeets. And then there's macaws. Macaws just look cool.
Sounds like a Texas type of bird.
Macaw?
Yeah, macaw. Like yeehaw, macaw.
Yeehaw, macaw. I mean, I don't know.
Macaw. My car. When someone hits your car, macaw.
Oh yeah, macaw.
That was bad.
Except that, yeah.
Yeah. My
Or
favorite bird is
or
actually
macaw.
oh, oh
I'm just,
dang. You
I
just
don't
interrupted me.
know.
Interrupted me.
Oh, I'm
Tisk
sorry.
tisk.
I'm
Oh, that's
sorry.
fine. So my favorite bird is actually a vulture. And it's a pretty uncommon bird to like because lots of people say it's an ugly bird, which is
It
very
isn't
wrong.
ugly.
Well, I mean, like it's one of I know like I read it in a book one time back when I used to read, but
We never
when
read
I
anymore.
but I read it in a children's book that said vultures are like number one voted for having like the ugliest baby ever because it's just like so ugly. But it's like, no, man, vultures are cool. They're scavengers. They eat dead things, but they're clean and they're tough. They're awesome too. Vultures are cool, man. No one gives enough people credit for vultures. But like if I could have like a bird on my shoulder, pirates have their parrots, you have your macaw, and I have my vulture. What's wrong with that? I want my vulture. In fact, why?
Yeah, but also
Why?
vultures are so big. They're huge. Have you seen one?
Yes, it's huge.
Yes.
That's what she said. But had to make it mandatory. Sorry. But like yes, they're huge, but like it's on your shoulder for a reason. And if it can't fit on my shoulder, then it can perch on my head or like my forearm. There are many places the vulture can lay rest on my body if it for some reason wants to rest and to like get pet and stuff. Because vulture rights people. We need to get vultures more love. In fact, our like blur things in our
Uh,
profile pictures,
okay.
they're gray. The colors of vultures sometimes.
Um.
Like vultures, man. Vultures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I guess we'll talk about a different animal. One thing we actually discussed in class uh, recently, actually, it was a couple of days ago. So you're reading the Metamorphosis, right? Or you finished reading it?
Right. Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, for some of our youngin viewers, The Metamorphosis is a book about a guy who turns into a bug. And one of our journal questions was if you would be turned into a bug or any insect, really, what bug would you want to be turned into? So, Beatlocks, what bug would you want to be turned into?
Dude, I don't know. That's a good question. So I think, I mean, I don't know if this is cliche, but ladybugs, they're pretty cute. They're pretty awesome, right? They can fly around. They're cute. They're awesome. They're amazing. But also, as much as I hate spiders, right? As much as I hate spiders, I think I would like to be one.
You have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I think that'd be, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, like,
And then
what type of
also,
spider?
what type of spider?
There are hairy spiders. There are like I guess smooth spiders, whatever you call them. You got like the big spiders. Okay, guys, like are you for real? Have you seen spiders in Australia? And I'm not talking your stereotypical like, oh my gosh, that's a big spider
Ugh.
in Australia. I'm
Oh,
talking
that.
the real of spiders. Like I have don't Google this, but like I guess Google it if you want. But like clock spiders, what the heck even is that? Dude, they're huge. They're like the size of my table or like the width of my table. They live in Australia. Like, dang.
Oh, heck no.
That's
Heck
why
no.
if we for some reason get invited to VidCon for whatever reason, don't invite us to the Australia VidCon. Like take us to Los Angeles or something. I don't know. Just not Australia.
Yeah,
Whatever
just not Australia. I would not want to go to Australia anytime soon, man. I'm gonna be honest.
ever.
Or ever, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, man.
So,
Uh,
but I kind of went off track. What spider would you want to be?
I don't want to be a hairy one because I would hate myself for that, right? I guess like you said, smooth spiders. If that's, I don't know what they're called. Um, just like the spiders you see in your house, I guess.
I guess a normal house spider.
Yes.
Really? You don't want to be nothing special, anything like that.
Fine. Fine. I would like to be that clock spider or whatever. Um.
Why would you want to be that? I'm actually looking at it right now, and it's not as big as I said. I actually over exaggerated.
Okay. Let's see.
It
Let's
has
see.
a skull on no, it has a skull on its face, and it's a hairy spider. Okay, and it's a hairy spider, but those things are huge, right? That thing is like the thing from Pred or Alien, where it like latches onto your face. That's
Oh,
the clock.
dude. Holy crap. I just looked it up. Oh gosh. Okay,
Seeing
okay. Off the screen now. Bye. Have a great time, spiders. But anyway, that is terrifying. No. No, no, no way. No, no, no pomegranates. No pomegranates. No pomegranates. Okay, anyway. I got a little off track there, but
PP cast, where we don't cuss, but we do talk about sexual actions.
yes. Anything goes here and nothing gets out of here.
I probably should not have I probably should not have brought up the mermaid
Yeah,
sexual act.
that was a little weird and caught me off guard
That's
there.
something I say in the lunchroom. That's something I should say in the
Yeah,
lunch.
yeah, that's something you should say in the lunchroom. That's something we always talk about. Those kinds of stuff in lunch, guys. It's weird, but it goes down. That's how it goes. Uh,
I assume so. However,
oh my.
okay. Now an actual spider, so just a smooth house spider.
Sure. Yes, a house spider.
How about like Daddy Long? How about like Daddy Long? Don't you like being called Daddy?
I died inside hearing that.
You like it much? You know you like it.
No, okay, 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 okay. I think I would actually like to be Daddy Longlegs. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
No, you do know. You do know what. Don't say you don't know. You do.
Okay. Uh, what does that mean, man? Sure. Yes,
It
yes,
means
yes, yes.
exactly what I said. It means exactly what I said. But what if like was like so you know Chernobyl, right? Chernobyl.
Turnable, Chernobyl, Chernobyl. Oh,
Chernobyl.
yes. Okay, 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 okay.
Chernobyl.
For those of you who don't know, I'll put it up on the screen. Don't worry, I got you covered.
On the screen again? My goodness. They should know what Chernobyl is. They don't
I
deserve to know what Chernobyl. They need to know their history, man, even though it was never taught in school. At least I don't think it was taught in school. I just kind of found out about
Yeah, no,
it.
no, no, no,
Anyway,
no. We don't
so
need to know. Actually, it's
but,
horrible, guys.
but like Chernobyl 2 happened, but it like spread across the whole world. And like we all turned into like bugs or animals. What do you think the society would be like? Like if like so like would some people be bugs, right? Or like would it just be like a world war? Or would it just be like normal, right? Because like people can't I guess talk anymore. Well, well like in movies, right? People know people know how to speak and stuff, right? If they're animals and they talk like normal people. So like you think we would be like a normal society or you think like if we just like all woke up and we were like animals, like we had like human attributes. So it's like if you were a bug, right? You wouldn't have like six arms. You just have like let's say if you were a wasp, you'd have like your stinger on like your forearms and you'd grow wings, but you'd still be like human even though your skin would be completely different. who knows, maybe you look like a transformer, or maybe you can just like transform into like a bug. Or not a bug, but like your animal. What do you think would happen? I don't know. It's just like,
I
you think we
mean,
would be civil for once? You think we'd be civil?
because you're talking about like everyone, right?
Yeah, everyone,
Okay, well in
including the
that,
president.
like everyone, just everyone in general.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone.
Well, in that case, then it wouldn't be so much different, I would think, right? Because we're all like the same, like species. Are we talking like the same bug species or
I
like?
mean, like not same bug, like we all turn into our different things. Like what if
Oh,
so
okay.
like we our spirit animal, right? So like what if we turned into our spirit animal and we had like human attributes, right? So if like if your spirit animal was unfortunately a chicken, you're not actually gonna turn into this short 1 foot chicken. You're just gonna have feathers and a beak.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. In that matter, then are we still talking about bugs or
I
spirit
mean, like
animals?
bug's not included in the spirit animal, okay? Because we gotta advocate for bug rights, okay? Here on the
Oh.
PP cast, bug rights. Let's
Oh my
let's
gosh.
let's
Hashtag
not
rights
start
for bugs.
hashtag rights for bugs. But actually, like one thing, talking about a chicken actually made me remember something. So I saw this thing on Netflix, right?
Right.
It's basically the Netflix Animal Planet, and it's called Our Planet.
All right. Yeah.
And so there was this bird, right, that was trying to woo this female bird. And so what they do is they dance for their woman, right? So they
Yeah.
dance for for the woman. And one bird was tag teaming. Like they brought in three birds and they were like flapping and dancing like it was a whole group effort to woo the girl just so the lead dancer could get the girl. But then when the female bird was wooed, the bird like he went in to do his thing, right? Like it was just like one, like it wasn't even half a second. It just kind of like went in and he went in and out. He was like the gas station, come and go, and then he just left. And I was like, whoa, 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 what is that how birds like do it? So I asked my friend in freshman year and I told him about this, and he's like, yeah, birds can actually nut at will. They can think about nutting and then they just,
What?
yeah, that's
That's
what they do. They just
crazy.
think about nutting and then they do it.
That's crazy. What? Oh my gosh. No way.
With that
That's
note, we're gonna end it. And with that note, we're gonna end it here. This PP cast was very sexual today. I apologize for that. Mainly because this is my fault, okay? But this is what happens when we miss uploads, okay? This is what happens. No new PP cast this week. Maybe we'll have more this week since we're technically once this like releases, there'll be two more. Will still be two behind, but more
yeah,
are coming,
maybe.
and they will be less sexual this time. Don't worry. We just had to get it out. Okay, we
Yeah,
just had
we
to get
hope
it out.
so.
It's been 3 weeks, but technically 2 weeks. We missed you guys. We had to talk about some stupid stuff, and what better stuff than to talk about animals with? Okay, because we're no better than the animals when we're rabid, and we're just like getting, and we're just like the animals. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. See ya.
Bye.
You know, one bomb can't just take out the entirety of Japan, but two can.